Hello dear viewer, and welcome to another stream on this glorious Saturday. A couple hours ago I finished my stream from yesterday and we are already researching low density structures soon, and then rocket fuel and the rocket silo. So we are very close to leaving this planet, but there are still around about 3 million science packs that have to be crafted. Nevertheless, my goal is to leave Novus today and fulfill the 1000 Science Cost Multiplier challenge. Or at least the first part of it, which is leaving the planet. Which is also why you will see me speeding up the game a lot today. Trying to play at maximum speed. And the plan is to have 2 streams today. The first one for 3 hours, and then I will do another evening stream. And to be honest with you, I think this stream, the first one, will be way more boring than the second one. Because this evening I have to then make space science and build a space platform. Donut! Welcome, welcome today. But what I also want to do is calculate if I have enough material and ore at the moment. So let's do the math. Let's open up a notepad. So that's 4.7 million iron over there, plus 7.4. 4.7 plus 7.4. And then 3.3 million on this patch. 8.2. This patch has 6 million iron left, but I don't think I can mine it all. Because it's so close to the nest. So let's add another 3.5. Or let's make it 2.5 even. And then finally we have this new patch. Oh, this one as well. 3.3. And the new patch with 17 million. Which is a total of 46.4 million iron. Ore. Okay, and the same thing for copper. That's 500,000. 10.2. 16. 17.8. 21, if I'm not mistaken. 21 million copper. Okay, and then open up the Factorio calculator. Set up the proper values for my world. I have 10% mining productivity, but I don't think it even matters for the calculation. And we need red science, green science, and blue science. Okay, and how many packs? The thruster is 500,000 and the plant discovery is 1 million. So 1.5 million, 2.5 million, 2.8, 3.1 plus the concrete. So let's just say 3.2 million science packs. And if I put this number into the calculator, and then I also have to set up productivity modules for the blue science production and for the red circuits. Oh, and because I use productivity modules in my labs as well, I have to divide the number by 1.08. So in fact, I only have to craft 3 million science packs. And in this case, and also using productivity 1 modules for blue science production and red science production, the total amount of materials I need is 55.2 million iron ore and 26.7 million copper, which is more than I have available in my base, but all my miners are rare quality. And they only drain 0.66% of the ore. So let's divide this number further. 55.2 times 0.66 is in fact 33,000 million 0.4. Let's round it up to 37 million iron. And I have 46. And for copper, it's 22.7 divided or multiplied with 0.66. And that is 17.6 million copper. And in my base, I currently have 21 million. Which means based on my calculations, I have enough iron ore and copper ore available. So if I did make a serious mistake, this run is still very much possible. And it seems like I won't run out of resources. Like on my first attempt. Okay, but we do not have enough energy. I have to build more panels. There is a slight bottleneck when it comes to my power production. Okay, where to build more panels? There's still a lot of space over here. And close to the shoreline, I don't want to produce and create pollution, so let's build some panels in this area. Oh. There needs to be one tile of space in between. Okay, seems like I have enough energy now. But nevertheless, let's overproduce. Okay, I need more solar panels to match the perfect ratio. Okay, energy is fine. Let's mine more copper. Okay. I have to be careful with this pollution cloud. Let's take a look at the values. Oh, it's already activated. Seems to be stable. Oh, why am I not using the other labs? It's a really nice science per minute rate. But I can't maintain it. But by switching research to concrete, which only requires red and green packs, can squeeze out a little more science per minute. Let's try to craft more rare miners. At least a handful. Okay, so maybe I can still improve the copper production on the northern copper iron patch, copper ore patch. It's a 10 million patch. There's 9.6 left. Let's install at least 5 more miners. Lane balancer. Let's also take a quick look at the other outposts to see if there's something to improve on. Okay, and this patch is very low on resources now. 400,000 left. Okay. What about my oil production? I guess it is stable. No worries there. The oil production or availability was a huge problem on my first run, my first attempt. The seed has way more oil fields. Let's take a look at the storage tanks. Yes, I'm overproducing. Let's make sure that I use all the incoming iron plates. And that there's no belt backing up. But yeah, this seems to be the case. Okay, the pollution cloud is still looking fine. And therefore, let's save and speed up the game for a little bit. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. The science per minute rate is dropping slightly. So let's try to figure out why. Seems to be a problem with the red circuit production. That is either because of iron ore or copper ore shortage. Wait, or plastic? Oh yes, plastic. And ultimately crude oil. We lost a very low amount of crude oil production over the last couple hours. But I'm not using all oil fields in this area. Which means I can easily improve my crude oil production. Okay, let's take a look at it. Okay, this is still pumping 13 per second. But I have to be careful because of the pollution cloud to the north. What? Overextension? Okay, let's remove this one because it was only pumping 3 per second. Which instantly results in a slightly higher petroleum gas production. But let's still keep an eye on this pollution cloud. chunk is very slowly accumulating pollution. Oh my god, and it's at 14.1. I think I have to make some changes to this patch. Benito, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Because if I don't act, I think I will pollute this chunk over here. Let's remove these miners. And now it's slowly dropping. And now that I have 10 more rare mining drills, I also can improve the new very large iron ore patch down south. But in order to do so, I also need to improve my smelting block. Okay, there's stone. I have to craft more electric furnaces. Come on, let's build 2 more miners. Or maybe let's make it 8 total. B Bandito, how are you doing? I'm on my way to launch a rocket with 1000 Science Cost Multiplier. And I hope this evening I will complete this challenge, or at least the first part of it, which is leaving Norvus. If you want to bug me with questions, go ahead. Oh, I'm out of inserters. Annoying. One electric furnace is missing. Here we go. You seem to take a different approach for the pollution control. How long does this kind of run take? It depends. What would you say is the goal where I stop measuring the time? Obviously, leaving Norvus would be a great accomplishment. And I guess if I'm able to do so, then this run will be successful. But the goal is to complete the game with the Science Cost Multiplier, which means there are a lot of challenges ahead, even after leaving this planet. And right now, how many hours did I already stream on this run? I don't know, 24 maybe? But yeah, there's a lot to do after leaving Norvus. So I don't know how many hours in total. But it will be quite a lot. Maybe while researching, I can already set up the production of blue circuits. And I have to think about where I want to put the rocket silo. What would be the smartest spot? Well, let's put it this way. I have to produce rocket fuel. We'll probably do it over here somewhere. And then blue circuits. Will be produced somewhere over here, because here I have red and green circuits. And also sulfuric acid. Then LDS. Plastic, steel, and copper. Maybe I will make LDS over here. So where to put the rocket silo? Did you put each factory slice into a different chunk? Yes. I spread out the production of my sub-factories to spread the pollution properly. As you can see, the cloud over here is nearly reaching this nest. Before I had 3 blocks of chemical science production on this side of my base. You can even see the remnants of 2 blocks of chemical science production that I removed, or had to remove, because the pollution cloud reached these nests. And now I have 1 block over here, 1 block over here, and 2 in this area. And by spreading all of these sub-factories all over my base, I can keep the pollution cloud under control. But yeah, it looks weird to have blue science production in multiple places. But by emitting pollution in this area, I can especially use this thick forest for pollution absorption. And the same is true for smelting. At some point I had a centralized smelting of iron ore and copper ore, but now I have a smelting block over here for iron. This one. Another one is now down here. And another 2 blocks over here. But I am still destroying a couple of trees every minute. And that's mainly because I use productivity modules for my red circuit production. Which means these assemblers emit around about 6 pollution per minute each. But I am low on plastic. And crude oil in general. But I can't mine more or pump more oil unless I want to use these oil fields, but they are very close to this spawn. But on the other hand, I am producing 300 science per minute, which is fine. So I guess I will just maintain this level of production. But I can already prepare for the blue circuit factory. But where to put it? You don't need much these days because you don't have to craft the rocket control units anymore. Maybe it makes sense to build the production over here because here are the the green circuits. And there's a lot of forest still that can absorb more pollution. Let's build the sub-factory over here. I'm not producing golden science anyway, so I only need blue chips for the rocket launches. So I don't have to worry about pollution. I guess for this production, using productivity modules makes sense. Yeah, you can build a pollution sink, that's true. But on the other hand, I mean, I have a fairly large area with a lot of forest. So I have 3 spawners right next to water. You mean where? Green circuits. You just made a 4-tile island. Flame turret? What? Okay, I don't want to start producing blue chips until I actually have the rocket silo. And I still haven't figured out where to put the rocket silo. Maybe over here? Not sure. Or I can put it into this rectangle. I will make low density structures in this chunk. Let's debug the pollution values. Maybe I can mine more iron. This patch. Okay, do I want to craft a couple of logistic pods later on? I guess so. In order to fulfill the rocket requests. I think I also have to increase the solar power production even more because of the rocket silo. It will draw a lot of energy. I'm not sure if these bait chunks really work. But I will trust Michael Hendricks on this one. Okay, no more solar power. Where do I have more space? I guess over there. Oops. Oopsie daisy. Okay, over 300 signs per minute. Nice. Let's save and speed up. Be right back. Then we can produce rocket fuel. Okay, I'm back. And we can now produce rocket fuel. So let's set up the production. Requires a lot of chemical plants. But also assemblers. So, where do I want to produce rocket fuel? Maybe over here somewhere. Deep in the forest. I don't have efficiency modules. Okay. Let's cut production. Don't have the rocket silo yet. So there's no point. Let's get rid of these spare items in my inventory. Okay, let's do some maintenance at my outposts. See if there are any miners that ran out of resources. Yeah, rocket research so close yet so far. I mean, this is probably 10 minutes away or 15 if I speed up the game. But then the rocket silo itself is 1 million packs. So now it's all about maintaining this level of production, making sure that the pollution cloud doesn't reach any nests. At some point I also have to balance the mining a little bit because this copper patch will run out at some point. And then I either have to increase the mining on the other patches, if possible. For example, in this one. But in order to mine more copper over here, I need another belt then, because I'm already mining one full yellow belt at the moment. And I kind of would like to extract more iron on this patch. Oh, and there are also depleted miners. The top iron mine may have pollution problem. No, it's fine. This looks scary, but this is only a worm. That's exactly what I was scared of yesterday, but then I figured out the chunk that is polluted is not the one with the spawner. Yeah, this is a very scary chunk. But I am overproducing iron ore. And the bottleneck is actually the oil, the plastic. And ultimately the crude oil production, unfortunately. And the only way to improve my crude oil drilling is using more of these oil fields. But wait a second, why not? This patch is already depleted to 4 million. And I'm overproducing iron ore slightly. So maybe it makes sense to use more pump jacks at the northern iron ore patch and then deconstruct some of the miners. Because there's enough iron coming in from the other patches. So in this case, I would then be able to mine or pump more crude oil. Let's try if this is a good idea. And in the meantime, I can fix these miners. So let's say I deconstruct 5 miners, which is 10 pollution per minute less. But these are 4 pollution per minute. And these 2 oil fields have the highest yield. Oh, and I should probably use the uncommon efficiency modules then. Yeah, because this would increase pollution to 2.2 actually. Oh, I have a lot of good ideas suddenly. Because there are already a couple of uncommon efficiency modules in my base. Yeah. Let's go back to base and find uncommon efficiency modules for the pump jacks. Because pump jacks only have 2 module slots, which means without quality and efficiency, with efficiency level 1 and no quality, I can't reach the maximum of minus 80% energy and pollution reduction. But I'm pretty sure I saw some uncommon modules in my red circuit. Production, nope. I removed them because of the productivity modules. But where are... I'm sure I have uncommon ones. Over there. There's one or two even. Even more. 16. This should be fine. Okay, let's go back. I should have done this earlier. Because now I can reduce pollution from 4 per minute to 2.2. And now I guess I can even get rid of, I can even get away with more pump jacks. And use the entire oil field. Let's speed up and take a look at the pollution values. Oh, I already have it activated. Okay, this chunk sits at 13.6. It's decreasing. Yeah, looking fine to me. And I still have 16 minus. Which is fine, I guess. Now my production of crude oil improved to 11K. And what I could also do is use productivity modules in my plastic chemical plants. Cheese the spawners. What do you mean by cheese the spawners? Let's see if I still have... No. Now I have way more than enough plastic. Making the island and using flamethrower as efficient killer. I don't understand what you're trying to suggest, to be honest. You place an island within 7 tiles of the spawner. Okay, so. And which spawner are we talking about? So for example, if I want to get rid of this spawner over here, which is in this chunk somewhere. So where do I build an island? There's no water. Okay, so you mean, for example, this spawner, which is close to water. And then do what? Destroy the spawner? What does it accomplish? Okay, so your suggestion is that I pollute spawners so that they produce enemies, and then I kill those enemies to get rid of pollution, basically. But the problem is that the spawner will also destroy the nest. Yeah, the problem is that target priorities doesn't really work with flamethrowers because the AoE fire damage will still kill the spawner if I'm not mistaken. So even if you set priority, or it lets the flamethrower ignore the spawners, they will still destroy them. So yeah, okay. And how do I? What if the spawner spawns an attack group which is attacking my base? Okay, so what you are basically suggesting is, let's say we take this spawner over here, which is, or this one. I could also build walls and flamethrowers so that the flamethrowers will never destroy the nest. And then it will constantly spawn units, and then they run into my wall and my flamethrower, and they die and they absorb pollution. Basically, that's what you're suggesting, and it's a great strategy. But I can't use it because I don't even have flamethrowers. In this case, I would have to... where are they? Over there. I would have to spend 20... Okay, that's that's not much. But I would have to research it. And I also don't have military science set up. And also, if the nest spawns behemoth biters, they are hard to kill even for flamethrowers without upgrades. But it is absolutely possible to use this strategy. So for example, there's also one single spawner over here, which would be perfect for this. Or this one. But yeah, then you would have to research the military science packs and spend some resources to set this up. Yeah, if you want to complete this challenge in a chunk in a seed that doesn't have this amount of forest, then you would probably be forced to use strategies like this. And I guess you also have to then take care of the walls because the biters will damage them. Because there's no way that flamethrowers kill a behemoth biter before it can reach the wall and damage it. So you would be forced to keep an eye on the spawn at all times. And then also repair. Yeah, but there is no island inside of my base. There's no water. So if I wanted to use this spawner and farm this one, then there is no island. There's no water, you know. And I would be forced to do it over here, and then this would then change the way I set up my base. No, I understand what you're talking about, but this is my base, and there is no water. And I would like to then absorb pollution somewhere over here. Yeah, up north there is some water. But if I absorb pollution over here, that doesn't really help me on the south side of my base. But if you plan a run with this strategy in mind, then of course you could pick a seed, which is beneficial for this strategy that you are talking about. Like there are some seeds where you are surrounded by more water in the spawn area. And then there are maybe a lot of biter nests close by, so. But yeah, this is important for a run like this. You have to pick the proper seed. For example, Michael Hendricks also has a very nice seed, and after I failed my first run, I was considering using his seed. But then I thought, it's kind of cheap, isn't it? So I found, and then I searched and found this one. Okay, let's save real quick. Because we are halfway through the low density structure research. Have to take a very short break. 2 minutes. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. What did I miss? No kills. Science per minute rate is still at 300, which is great. It's very stable. Let's take a look at the statistics. Over the last 10 hours, this is a stable production. Great. Apparently potatoes. Hello, hello. The crude oil production is slowly decreasing. But I think I still have enough plastic. Yes. Okay. Let's do a quick maintenance round. Or I just keep researching. And as long as I'm between 280 and 300, I'm satisfied with the current research rate. Oh my god, this camp scared me. Alright, there are a couple of miners out of resources. And in general, this patch won't last forever. 2.5 million left out of 8 million at the start. But it's all according to plan. And let's take a look at the copper patch. Any new cool things since last night? Let me think about what was the last research we tackled. I think I was already researching logistics. So no new technologies. But I improved the amount of mining a little bit and also the amount of crude oil production. I already set up the blue circuits subfactory and the rocket fuel subfactory. But they are both inactive because I don't have the rocket silo yet. We talked about researching robotics and how expensive blue science is. Yes. Let me think about what we also did in this stream. A lot of optimizations. Maybe I should also add another miner over here. So let's take a look. Yeah, I mean, last stream, I think the biggest addition was this, I don't know, patch down here and the construction of these fake enemy expansion chunks. And this stream is mainly researching and optimizing. Wait a second, I'm low on green circuits suddenly. How come? I do have an iron plate overproduction. But not enough copper plates. These miners are working as intended. Oh my god. This chunk, 14.4, is very close to polluting this spawner. I think I have to get rid of one of these 2 miners. Slowly decreasing again. And I also did the math at the beginning of the stream. I do have enough resources to get off the planet. But one issue that is already looming on the horizon is the copper production. Right now it's fine, but this patch will run out very soon. And then I can't mine much on this patch because it's adjacent to the lake. And I don't want to pollute the nests on the other side. So round about 16 miners is the maximum I can mine over here. And then there's also this patch, which is also running out. So I might end up in a situation where I do have enough copper, but the amount of mining is too low to maintain 300 signs per minute. And in this case, I still have one joker up my sleeve, which is to use another faraway patch by using landfill and very long belts. So maybe I have to set this up later on. Let's take a brief look at my outposts again. I do have 12 miners in my inventory. Rare ones. But if I'm mistaken, I'm already... Oh my god, this nest is new, is it? Yeah, this patch is about to be depleted. There's not much left. There's another 10,000 copper. Let's increase the mining density. Putting more miners into close together. Could you defend against spider attacks? Nope. Absolutely not. I have no upgrades whatsoever. I'm still dealing 5 damage. Per shot, so absolutely no chance. With my gear, I can't even fight medium worms, and medium biters are already a problem, and obviously my evolution factor is close to 99, so it's facing behemoth biters. But even the big biters, no chance, because they have 8 physical damage block, and when you only deal 5 damage, then yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's why I can't, under no circumstances, pollute this chunk over here. And the pollution spreads to adjacent chunks when you reach 15. Okay, there are a couple of inactive miners. I'm slowly running out of resources over here. But it's still 6.6 million left, so that's fine. But I really don't want to get rid of these trees. Okay, is this a full yellow belt again? Yes, it's backing up. I will check the expansion up north and then I will speed up the game again, and then very soon we will start researching the rocket silo, which is 1 million science packs. I think I can even add one more miner. Again. Oh, and I want to add more miners over here. I definitely want to mine an entire yellow belt. Maybe even more. There's 9 million copper left. Okay, seems like the belt is now backing up, which means this is now an entire yellow belt of copper ore. Okay, it seems like I'm mining more than 3 yellow belts of copper at the moment, which means I could add more smelting. Let's grab some stone bricks. Actually increase the length of this smelting block and then use another belt. Okay. But I still have to be careful about the pollution over here. Especially in this chunk. Maybe. Maybe I have to get rid of an entire copper smelting block and relocate it. It's It's not emitting much pollution, but it is definitely contributing to the problem in this area of my base. Eleven 11.7. Now it's slowly decreasing. Now I can maybe smelt the copper ore somewhere over here. What about this area? Okay, now this smelting, this chunk lost all of its pollution. Great. And this would maybe allow me later on to use one more miner again or two. Chunk is slowly gaining pollution again. It seems like I can actually add more green circuit production. Oh my god! Kuvi Boy is raiding with 62 million viewers. Thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream? Last time I checked a couple hours ago, you were already researching the planet discovery. Are you done? And I think you researched Fulgora, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm very close to the rocket silo research as well. Oh, it's still 4 hours until Volcanus. But I'm really looking forward to you killing a Demolisher with the amount of physical damage you have. That will be funny. Okay, now I have more. Now I have not enough copper over here. Need to finish wall and build spaceship. Okay. But you already have a space platform for the ship? Okay, how much research is left before I can set up low density structures? 60,000. Yeah, I did the math in this stream. I do have enough raw resources in my base to get off the planet. But it's possible that my copper ore production will be very slow, especially later on when researching the planet discovery. Okay, my current science per minute rate is above 300. Let's see if there are any bottlenecks. Crude oil production is still fine. The storage tank is full. Great. But I think I have to look at my outposts again, especially the one in the east. Because this one is very close to a biter nest. And if I pollute the nest, it's game over. Oh, and Kuvu Boy, what's your plan, or what do you want to research on volcanoes in order to then improve your base on Norvis? Do you unlock the foundry and then immediately go back and use it on Norvis? Because I think I have to basically abandon Norvis for quite a while. Because there will be no resources left. But I think you can just stay there. And improve production, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, this should be fine. And for the viewers coming from Kuvi Boy, the difference between my run and his run is I also try to get the Keep Your Hands Clean achievement. Which means I'm not allowed to kill biter nests at all. Unless doing so with the Volcanoes artillery first. Which obviously is very far away. Okay, let me take a look at my southern iron ore patch. Okay, just one depleted miner. Shimmering Polar Fox. So you basically play the 1000 run like I did my first Space Age run? What do you mean? Do you mean the Hands Clean achievement? I think I can even add more miners. Okay. But if my copper production starts to fall behind, I still have one joker. Which is I can go to the east with landfill, and somewhere over there should be a mineable copper patch. Hands Clean, abandoning Novice. Don't try to pollute. Yeah. I will probably go to Fulgora first, because Fulgora has no enemies and basically infinite resources. But Fulgora has no coal, so my current plan is to set up coal production here on Norvis and then ship it to Fulgora. Or I set up military science production, but I will run out of resources, so I don't know. Maybe I will ship coal from Norvis to Fulgora and make military science packs over there. But the other problem is I can't set up automated transportation of coal from Norvis to Fulgora because I don't have any upgrades for my physical damage. I basically have to hand fly the spaceship in order to get there without being destroyed by asteroids. Yeah, this will be funny later on. I somehow have to get enough coal to research the Tesla turret. That is the big late game goal for me. Because with the Tesla turret, I can then go to Gleba. And as you know, Gleba has infinite resources. Truly infinite resources. But if I'm not mistaken, the Tesla turret is 1.5 million science packs. Yes. Which means I somehow have to produce 1.5 million military science packs and also military 4, military 3, and that's it. But it's quite a lot of military science I have to produce somehow on Fulgora. I guess I have to ship the coal from Norvis. Okay. Current research rate is at 300, so I'm very close to the rocket silo research. And the low density structure production will go to this chunk. Maybe I can already set it up. This will be LDS later on. Let's make it 1224. And there's steel already. And I can get another copper belt from here. And what I also did last stream was to create these funny chunks that are possible enemy expansion chunks. Oh, and here you can see it in action because the game just selected this chunk for the next enemy expansion, but it's not reachable by biters. So it's one less expansion that will be created. But why in the world are these chunks suddenly red? That's confusing. By the way, do you guys know if Kuvi Boy will stream again this evening? Or is he done for the day? Because I will take a break in roughly 30 minutes. And then come back later for an evening stream. And hopefully this evening my goal for today is to leave the planet. But it is still a very long way. Oh, and a follower. Vampire Bite. Because researching the rocket silo is 1 million packs, then thruster 500,000 and the plant discovery another 1 million. So 2.5 million in total. And of course I have to set up a space platform making science. But unlike Kuvi Boy, I am satisfied with a production rate of around about 300 science per minute. While he is making, I think, 1,800 or something. At least that's what I saw this morning. Oh, and by the way, my energy production. Is there anything I have to improve on? Nah, it's close. It's close. I guess I have to build more panels this evening, because the rocket silo will draw a lot of energy. And also the LDS and blue circuit and rocket fuel production. Okay, let's take a quick look at the pollution values. This is fine. There are multiple spots in my base where I'm basically one chunk away from polluting nests. But it just works. Especially this one is scary. No, but right now it's all good, man. But maybe I can improve the green circuit production. Let's take a look. I am low on copper ore, copper plates. And there is a belt backing up. Looks like Kobe Boy is done for the day. Okay. I mean, I guess he streamed for a couple of hours. But I'm absolutely determined to also do an evening stream. But I have to take a break soon. And then come back later. Because I wanted to get off this planet. And this would then also be a nice point to stop this playthrough for a couple of days and then work on YouTube videos. What is later? Right now it's after 3 p.m. Central European, and then I will probably continue 7 p.m. I guess. And then stream for another maybe even 6 hours. I would love to launch a rocket and already build the space platform. But until I have the rocket silo researched, there's not that much to do other than trying to maintain this level of science per minute. And always making sure that I not pollute enemy chunks that have spawners. But I can also... I think I can improve the copper smelting actually. And shift some of the smelting from this area to my new copper smelting chunk. I'm out of iron. All right. But then I also need a new belt. Okay, let's grab some more belts. Here we go. Let's cook some spaghetti and route this belt. To my 4x4 balancer. Can be accelerated to higher speed. Wait, why is there... Oh. This is facing the wrong direction. Let's go. There's the copper coming in. Let's combine these belts. Like this. Great. I can also add more miners. Let's add another 4. Okay. I have to grab more stone bricks in order to craft even more electric furnaces. Oh, I'm out of efficiency modules. Oh, and we are at 99% research for the low density structures. Here we go. I still have to research concrete, but then it's time for the rocket silo research. Let's take a last look at my pollution values. This is so close. Going to Volcanus, I will probably go to Fulgora first. Because if I go to Volcanus, I have no damage upgrades whatsoever. So I'm basically stuck in the spawn area and not able to kill small demolishers. While on Fulgora, I have basically infinite resources. But I can't make military science packs, fortunately. But then I can basically research all technologies that require the red, green, and blue packs. A very small break. Be right back. Okay. No kills. And this is my kill statistics. Time frame is all. I lost 13 gun turrets in this entire playthrough and 14 pipes. And I fought 1.3k small biters. And this all happened during the first stream, basically, day 1. Oh, and now I can also set up the low density structures. Even though it doesn't make sense to produce any at this point. The pipes are in pipe heaven, yeah, exactly. I guess I don't even need this much low density structure production. It's 20. Should be more than fine. I only need LDS for the rockets. I'm not making golden signs anytime soon. Okay, this requires a couple of long inserters. I think for the copper, I also want fast inserters. Okay, I need copper. And then steel and plastic. I guess productivity modules for the LDS production is best. see if it works. Yep. Let's cut the plastic for now, because I don't need LDS until I have the rocket silo set up. Okay, that's it. I will take a break for a couple of hours and then I will stream again in the evening. And hopefully today I will be able to leave this planet and go to Fulgora. Thank you for watching. Thanks for following. And maybe see you later. Oh, I have to save the game. Else I would be very sad. Okay, bye-bye. Oh, and thanks for the follow. Be bended.